Alright guys, story time. I'm going to tell you about what the most exhilarating feeling as a college student is. Free food? No. Free shirts? No. But closer. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways. So, my Orgo class, of course, is about Orgo because that is a literal Satan spawn. Let me tell you, do not take Orgo for fun. I'm not taking it for fun. But don't. If you have the choice to take Orgo, don't do it. It's horrible. It sucks the life out of you. I mean, it's super interesting. But death. Anyways, so, fun story. The section of Orgo, Organic Chemistry 1, that I am in, the professor gives out 3 tests, 3 exams. That's all your grade is. Then, yeah. The other section, they get quizzes every Friday, and then the tests, and I don't know what's going on with that thing. I'm not in it, I don't care. Anyways, so, the first exam that I was procrastinating study for that you guys all witnessed. There was a video about that. I got an 88% on it. Not bad. Pretty good for my first organic chemistry exam, right? Wow, that's pretty good. Haha, good job, Ally. Cell 5. The second one took last week on Wednesday. You know, right after Thanksgiving break. Yay. And, the first page alone was worth 1/4 of the entire exam. That means that page alone was worth 1/12 of my entire grade. Now, I was like, okay, that didn't go that well. That was terrifying. The rest of it, I thought it was okay. Really tough. But yeah, I thought I managed through it. We got the test back today, right? Yeah. He's writing everything on the board. Or, well, okay, also on Monday. He talked to us because, Thursday of last week, he talked to us because we were all just, way out of it, I'm not understanding this. When he was lecturing, he was like, guys, was the exam really that bad? And literally the entire lecture hall went, yeah. I think I already told you guys the story. Anyways, and he was like, oh, well, tell me why. And everyone was like, the first page. And he was just like, wow, that's such a consensus. Unanimous consensus. And yeah, so that happened. So he hinted at the fact that he will curve. Probably. Maybe by between 1 and 9 points. Not that much of a curve, but still a curve. I will take any curve I can get. So today, he's passing back the exams. And his form of passing back the exams is taking 5 to 10 at a time and just throwing them on the floor in alphabetical order. So that was fun. But before he passed them back, he went up to the front chalkboard and he was writing everything down. He's like, alright guys, this was horrible. Go read the stats up here. He puts up the highest grade and the average. The highest grade in the class was a 97. And we're all just like, oh, okay. Must not have been that bad if someone managed to scrape through a 97 on this, right? The class average was a 67. A 67% was the class average. That is failing. Pretty much every class generally cuts off at 70% as a passing grade. Oh. I'm gonna bleep that because I just said my school name. Anyways, the school that I go to, grades get cut at 70%. If you get lower than a 70%, you failed, good sir. So we're all just staring at that, and the room just goes silent, and then there's laughter. We're all just like, wow, we fucked up. So, he hands them all back. I grab mine. I see the first page. I scrape through 8 points on it. I'm like, wow, I got 8 points on this 24-point question. That's 30% right there. That's almost what my entire grade was. Not the 8 points, the 30%. Got 40%. That makes my average in the class right now 64%. But this is where the great part comes in. The amazing, fantastical, great part. So, before he passed them back, he was like, because these scores were just so bad, means that I did something bad of teaching it. class score should never actually be this low. And we're like, okay. So large scaling, like by 20 points? Instead of basing our grade off of 3 exams, he's basing them off of 2. He will drop the lowest exam grade. Now, this sounds fantastic. Until I did the math, and I was like, I'm at 64%. That means that my entire hope of passing this class rides on this next exam. And like, it would either way. But like, if it was a 64 and adding another into that, let me actually check how much I would have needed to pass, how many points I would have needed to pass the class if he was using 3 exams instead of 2, and let's hope my camera doesn't decide to bloop out, because if it's not the only thing up, it hates everything. Alright, camera's still working. So, 88 plus 40 is 128. To pass the class, I would need 186. 128 to 86 is a 58. I would need a 58 to pass the class if all 3 exams were included. Now, that we're down to 2 exams, I would need to get to a 70. Mind you, this is to get to a 70. I would need like 50 points, I think, somewhere around yonder. And it would be horrible and awful, and I'd want to die. But, good sirs, he does not have a cutoff at 70%. This is where the greatest moment in a college student's life can be. Is that the grade cutoff to pass the class is a 62%. That means that the class average was not a failing grade, for 1. For 2, that means that as of this moment, I am passing this class by 2%. But you know what that means? It means I'm passing. It means that this next exam, if I can get better than a 40 on it, that just brings me that much closer to getting a good grade. I have done the calculations. I would need a 66% to get to the B, which the cutoff for that is a 77%. Whoa. And to get to an A, I would need, I've already forgotten. $66. I don't know. It's some grade though. But the cutoff for it is like 87, which means I have room, kind of. 'Cause I have an 88 right now. Actually, I'd probably need an 88 still. I could get up to an 86. There we go. Need a 66 to get a B in the class. I need an 86 to get an A in the class. Because I have an 88, and we average 88 and 86 makes 87. That's an A! But yeah, so like everything went from horror to magical. And that's all I have. I'm going to go watch Studio Ghibli movies at my friend's place in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So yeah, I'm done here. That was a 9-minute ramble on Orgo and how awful it is and how I want to go bury myself and then jump for joy. Yay. Thanks for giving me mixed emotions. Have yourself a magical day. I'll see you next time. Bye.